Hello, Alex here, Trigger. Solo commentaries. Got another one for you, and we're going to play the flight path game. Work out where we're going to loot. So sort of through the center for the most part. But mill to power, very jumpable. Lopovka also be heavily contested. So I think the best options here are 70 and Prim, but Prim is further away from the plane and just, in my experience, less looted than 70. So let's go to Prim. I'm picking this intersection, which you've probably seen me. If you watch my other videos, I jump here quite often. There's just a good combination of roads with lots of spawns, and I can just continue running if I don't get a car, so it just tends to work out. We're going to go down a bit. Actually, we'll check to see if there's anyone else. I wasn't free looking. Check to see if there are anyone else I'm competing with. But everyone just seems to be looting that's close by, so. Oh, yep, there's a buggy just down here. Great. I didn't want to fly too far south because there's much less spawns there than there is with this sort of intersection with the dirt path and the end of that road over there. I didn't do that very gracefully, that whole jumping gliding thing, but we made it. We made it, boys. Alright, let's hightail it to Prim. Make sure we're the first ones there. If I see a Dacia or a motorbike, I'll swap out because the buggy is so slow. It's got good handling, but doesn't outweigh how freaking slow it is. Alright, Dacia. There we go. Oh, a good little tip is to rebind like the driver's seat bind to something that's a little easier to hit than control 1. Just so you can just spam it as you're getting into a car, and it just means you're always going to get into the driver's seat. I mean, if you're comfortable with control 1, then keep it as that, but I rebound it just because I found myself using the hotkey so much. Oh, we're in the play zone, but it's a fucking island circle, which is lame. I don't know, the island is just not enough. There's either too much cover or not enough cover. It just tends to end up being really, I don't know, tedious. Instead of hiding the car, I'm gonna park it in a way that looks like it could be a spawn, and it's facing the opposite direction from the way that I drove in, which should disguise it enough from anyone coming late. So yeah, you keep hearing, probably you've heard multiple ambulances in my videos. I live right next to a hospital, so yeah, just have to deal with it like I do. So we found a 4X, which is great. I'm like almost certainly the first one here because of how efficient I got here. But so we can just listen out for anyone else arriving in a car. Is that a SMG suppressor? There's no way they're going to arrive on foot, so you don't have to worry too much if you don't hear any cars. But if you do hear a car, you want to run towards it, track them down, and kill them before they get a chance to find loot or get cover. Actually, while I'm here, while I'm at the south coast, I'm gonna need a boat for this circle. So I just want to find where a boat is. Was there one when I entered? I think there was. Anyway, there's quite often as boat spawns along the beach here. It doesn't look like it. I've got to hope that there's a boat over near where we parked our car. Yeah, I should have checked. It's just good to get a, like when you know you're going to need a boat, find the boat first so that you're not scurrying around taking damage from the blue. Trying to find a boat. Oh, I need a bag. Alright, we'll be back for that ammo. Is there a bag? There's a bag right here. Swapping to whatever clothing that was. There we go. So I've been a big advocate of the AK in previous videos, which I still am. I think it's one of the most well-rounded rifles because of its damage output, but I've been struggling to kill people with it recently, so I'm just going to go back to the M4 and give this gun a go. I'll use the AK as a poor man's SKS, unless I find a sniper rifle, but I don't know, I've lost a bit of faith in the AK. Just, yeah, been whiffing a lot with it, which is probably me, more so than it is the gun, but it is hard to control, so there is that. But it just does so much damage. It's a good gun. Don't let me put you off it, but that's why I'm running this M4 as my main, or will be in this game. Fucking 4x is this game. That's alright, I don't need that, that's good. Make sure I've got this bad boy on a full auto. And as always, I like to keep the exterior doors closed. So I close the door I enter with, and then when I exit, I close that door. Just so if anyone is coming up, if anyone does sneak into the city by driving to the opposite corner and I just don't hear them because of the distance or whatever, they have a much harder time figuring out where I am, or if I'm even here. I don't want to give them free information by leaving exterior doors open. And you shouldn't too. Not enough space. I don't need that much AK. I'm going to be using it as a sniper rifle. AK ammo, that is. Level that. So we need level 2 armor and we need a bigger bag. We need a 2x, we don't need a 2x. Take that though. I use a combination of F to pick up and tab. I probably hit tab more than I need to, but that's just habit from when F was super slow, like F pickup, interact pickup was super slow. But tab is still really useful when there's a whole bunch of items on top of each other, just to quickly assess if you can't actually see an item that you would want. Or if you walk into a room or onto a balcony or whatever, and there could be an item behind the door, you can just use, instead of having to walk all the way around and look behind the door, you just press tab to see if there's anything in close proximity. 2 extended quick draws, nice. Really need this better bag. I opened that already, didn't I? I like the vertical more than the angled. Level 2 backpack. And that's because it decreases the time it takes for you to aim down sight, which I think is better than the marginal vertical recoil reduction that you get with the angled, but it is personal preference. And you just saw me use crouch jump to jump out that window. The big windows you can crouch jump out of. Glass doesn't have collision in this game, which they probably will fix, but I hope they don't, because I like the little sort of edge you can get by doing that. I mean, you'll be able to break the glass with your hands and then jump out, but it's not as sneaky beaky as just being able to jump out the glass. Though, you know, completely unrealistic, but whatever. It plays well. Alright, our gear's starting to look pretty good. We've got lots of stems, more than I remember picking up, which is great. We've got bandages, yeah, we're good. I just like practicing this. Whoa. You can do a funky bind where you like... There was a Summit video on how you can make a bind that does the jump crouch in one button, but I think it's best just to practice and be able to do it off the default keys, like the default jump crouch keys, because that's the sort of thing that will get patched as well. Red dot's not as bulky model as the hollow, so we'll change that. Blue's moving in, but we're in the play zone, so I'm not worried about it. We're really stacked, like, there's not really much we need. We have way too many meds now. I don't even need more than 6 first aids, I'll just leave that one. Probably need to start being a bit more cautious of someone being here. That was me trying to jump over the wall. Because we are in the play zone, there's a much higher chance that someone comes late to prim, to loot. Just keep that in mind. When you're looting a big town like this and it is in the first play zone. I'm gonna run south because it's much less likely that they're south of the town. If they are here, they're gonna be north. But we are just killing time, so let's kill time by looting. Look for a sniper rifle, I guess. It's pretty much the only thing we need. And like level 3 armor, but that's pretty rare, especially in prim. Let's check out the island spawn. Okay, so there's still a chance it ends up north, but a very slim one, statistically speaking. So there's no need to commit. And as you've heard, if you've watched my other videos, the third circle, when the third play zone pops, that's when we want to move and position ourselves for the late game. So when the third play zone pops, we're going to pick a location that's towards as close to the center of the third play zone as possible and that has good hard cover. Like a house, a hut, a wall, you know, something like that. Not just a lone tree. I personally don't like playing the edge of the circle until much later in the game, like the 5th and 6th circle, when it's much smaller and there's a much more manageable amount of people alive for you to keep track of and etc. Not get shot in the back, basically. I'm just making my way to this building here, because like the diner, that building over there, it has a much better loot table than your random residential houses. There's just a much higher chance of high level gear in here, so it's always worth checking these two buildings out when they are available. I want a stim. Stims are really good. We don't need 5 bandages with the amount of other meds we have. Definitely want to keep some bandages because there will be times in which to save yourself from dying to the blue or the gas, whatever, electricity, whatever you want to call it, you need to bandage first before you apply first aid. So it's yeah, worth having 5. Loot these ones. Yeah, I'm so looted. Like the only upgrades I need, as I said, are like a sniper rifle or a level 3 armor. So I'm just looting to kill time. To be fair, like I get muzzle attachments, but again, super like fairly rare, not necessary at all. Ditch that sniper rifle G-pad. It's such a marginal attachment anyway. So many stims. This is great. Okay, so I've actually left this a bit long. Too busy talking to you guys. I should have started to move towards a boat already, because I'm going to get hit by the blue zone here, which is very unnecessary. Oh no, maybe I'm not. It's moving so slowly. We Gucci. But yeah, time to find a boat. Shit, no boat. Okay. That's weird. Let's get in the car, find a boat. Maybe there was a boat and someone took it. Seems unlikely. I'm just gonna go a quick drive around the coast of the south here again, in case I missed something. So I don't care about taking a little bit of damage to find an easier boat. I didn't look over the hill here. Yep, no boat. Okay. We'll just drive along the beach towards Ferry Pier. Oh my god. Terrible driving. And yeah, look for a boat. What is this game? Where are the boats? It's not the end of the boat. It's not the end of the boat. It's not the end of the world if we don't find one, but swimming's pretty tedious. Wow, look at that play zone. That is gross. It's like 60% water. Oh, this is going to be a pretty boring. We need to get to there. But we won't be doing that anytime soon without a boat. I'm not going to cross the bridge with the car. It's just, it'll be a death trap. There'll be so many people. There'll definitely be people camping it. Someone with the same idea as me. Nope, no boats. Start the swim. So swimming underwater, I believe, is like very slightly quicker than swimming above water. So I'm just going to swim underwater until I start running out of breath. Get my breath back up. Get my breath by, like, you know, stick my head out, get my breath back, and go back underwater. It's also impossible to get killed unless you get run over by a boat being underwater, so there's also that. That's probably a better location if I had the option, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to have to just run up the beach, and running all the way to that hut will, I mean, get to, not that hut, but these buildings will definitely get me killed, so. There's a drop all the way over there. Just make sure there's no boats, because you can get run over underwater. We're fine. Still 21 people alive. Normally circles like this mean people die really early, but I think we're probably going to lose a lot of people in this in the next sort of 30 seconds when this blue gets really close. Please go to the coast, car. Come on, Dacia, drive to the coast. Yes, great. Buggy there, getting out, going to these houses. Getting shot at by someone up the hill. Okay. This is going to be a nightmare. I might actually stim while as I beach, when it's just my head sticking out of the water, so that I can run, get the speed boost. It's probably a smart idea. I have this. Oh, come on, game. Don't crash. Okay, good. I have the stims for it. Okay, so that guy's getting looted. I could die doing this, but I think I need to do it. Because we're just going to run. We just have to run. I don't want to... I could spend, I could wait out the player count. I don't want to make noise. I'll let that person take all the attention. So there's a guy over, took the car over to those rocks. There's that guy on the boat, and there's the guy in the buggy here that just got out for no reason. Why did he get out? Or did he die? He might have got shot. I mean, this seems crazy what I'm doing, but we just have to do it. There's a guy on, he's going to start shooting me. There's a guy by those rocks there. Okay, there's going to be someone here, but I just have to do this. Use sound. Oh, I didn't reload. That's interesting. Let that guy go. I don't want to force that kill. This is really bad. I'm just going to play very defensively. There's going to be someone in this compound. There's like people with sniper rifles, or there's that guy over there by the rock. There's going to be people up on the hill. We just want to wait till they fight each other and the zone gets a little bit smaller. Sorry guys, a little bit boring, but it's the right play. It's most likely that someone peeks over this hill here, I think, if I was to get into a fight, but I want to see that corner as well. I'll heal that corner before they reach it, so, but I still want to have it in my vision. That's why I've got my aimer at the wall. Normally you want to put your aimer where you think is the most likely place for first contact. But I don't want to give up vision. And I want to sit close to this wall so that I'm protected from the east. The next blue's moving in. I still haven't heard anything from the barn or anything, so it makes me think if there is someone here, they're the other side of this compound. I don't think there'll be many people on the beach, or if they are on the beach, they'll get shot by other people. So that does play into our favor. And that's why I ran as soon as I got to the island. I didn't want it. The longer you wait, the more, and the smaller the circle gets, the more likely you'll get seen by someone that else has had the time to get into position and shoot you when you're running across the open. If you know you're going to have to run across the open, do it as soon as you can. Is generally the best play. Okay. I need to start scouting out. Because I'm going to have to move slightly. Someone way over there. Don't care about him. I mean, this is why there's little to no cover where the play zone is. That's why these circles are really bad. I thought that tree was a dude for a second. So I'm just scouting out to see if there's anyone near me. I'm actually thinking about taking this car, as crazy as that sounds, because it is in some sense movable cover. But let's just scout out a little bit more. Check the corners in case there is someone there. I'm still assuming there's someone in all of these houses, basically. So I'm playing as if there's someone in each of these buildings. But because I haven't heard anything, I don't think there is. But you don't want to let your guard down. We've got a rock. Get to the end of this house. Eight other people alive. Okay. This is actually pretty good. This hill's going to be good for us. We don't need the car. At least not yet. We've just got to be worried. Where do I go? That rock's not in it. But that tree is open to the hill over there and also to the rocks over there. But the rock's not in it, so we can see if anyone is running. And we'll run late. It's more likely that we have someone else actually comes behind us. I should have stimmed. I really should have stimmed for this. I'm just making sure I don't get shot in the back when I do this run. I think it's if someone comes, they're going to come. If someone comes while I'm stimming here, they're going to peek there. I've got so many stims. I just want to be pre-stimmed now for any potential fight and just keep stims up for the rest of the game. Alright, we need to start controlling our section of the circle and scouting out for information. Checking trees. I can't peek for too long. There's a guy. Wow, he's got good eyes. Dead. I just, he's prone, his visibility is drastically reduced. I want to reposition, and then I can peek him harder. Where's the next circle? Oh my god. So far. I'm so dead here. There's not much I can do. I just have to start running. We're going to stim again and just run. 5 people alive. We're pretty fucked. I'm going to... Nope, the houses aren't even any good. Crouch run? Is that going to make us just use any little ridges like this little ridge here to try and give yourself some cover from other people? I'm literally just running in the open. There's nothing. I've got no option. Let's just hope that other people don't shoot. Which tree do I want to get to? That tree? Sure. No, this tree. There's no one running from this house, so we want to stick on the left. It doesn't look like there's anyone here. It looks like everyone else would be on the coast somewhere. Eat by that tree. See me. Okay, so we know where one of the other 2 guys is. I want to find the other guy before I commit to this fight, if possible. So he's not getting shot in the side, so... Where's the last guy? Prone somewhere. I've got the circle. God, I didn't deserve to win that fight. My shots were awful. Full stim, and now we're just looking for information. It's 1v1. We can be much more aggressive. Just as long as we're constantly moving. Because I just want to see him. I want to know where he is. I don't mind if he knows where I am as well. I just don't want him to surprise me. I've got the circle. What's he going to do? And just quickly, I mean, you saw me do it, but the key to that fight then was he was staying stationary. I was just trying to make him guess which side of the tree I was going to pop out from. And sort of move from side to side, peek, unpeek, just make it as hard for him to hit me as possible. There he is. If he's going to keep healing, I'm just going to keep flanking him. Dead. When you get one-on-ones in the tree battles like that, in first person, if you get hit, don't insta-med. You want to force them to med so that you can start flanking them. Which is what I did. I got the first hit in, he went behind the tree, I kept holding it, he didn't peek again, he's trying to try and med, I can just keep flanking him. He doesn't have the information while he's hiding behind the tree to keep dodging me. It makes it super easy. Well, I don't know how I won that because I had to run across the field, but we got there. Again, I hope that was you guys got something out of it. If you have any questions, please post some comments. I'd love to answer some questions directly in my next video. Have a good day, guys. Catch you next time. Bye.